last time Varry walked into the woods, you guys were going to go try to talk to Asus? You talked to Sarah, found out about a wasp that they found? When Varry walked off into the woods.
Never to be seen again.
Correct. Never to be seen again. So I'm going to let you do your thing. Which, actually, would you like to make me, like, a crafting check? I'll give you your choice between dex and strength. Because I know how Varry builds.
Well, let's try dex out for size. How about that?
Right.
Alright, we'll resolve that when we get there.
Yep. We'll resolve that when we get there. The rest of y'all wanted to talk to Asus, though. It's pretty easy to find Asus. She's at the house, like the big, kind of central, important house. Her and other people meet to talk about the town. I don't know what to call them, like her council?
Advisors?
Like, not really. Advisors, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
People who knew her mom and knew how her mom ran the town. Those people. Her advisors. She's in the house in her study. One of the, like, kind of local guards would lead you in. And she'd be looking over a map and several other papers. A couple books on the table. Kind of a mess. You could tell that at one point this was a kind of a important meeting room, but at this point, like, Asa seems to have just been trying to figure out any sort of idea that there's just kind of like papers strewn about everywhere, and she seems just annoyed. She kind of just barely acknowledged you guys as you walked in.
I'm curious what some of these papers say.
Roll me investigation. Where you would find, like, just a few papers of, like, strings of, like, spell ingredients. And then, like, they're kind of half crossed out and, like, the paper's crumpled into front. And then some of them have, like, spell ingredients and, like, a couple of them are circled, but, like, then the rest are crossed out.
Just seeing all the ones with the spell ingredients that are circled and whatnot. He's just collecting those and eventually, like, just shows them to Celsus, just like, for that.
Well, suppose someone is still trying things. That's good.
Right here. Talk to me.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Okay, you don't need to go snooping through my papers.
I am a small dragon man. I mean, like, I'm a curious cat kind of deal.
You could just ask.
You seemed busy. I didn't want to bother you that much yet.
You're literally here to talk to me. Why would that be bothering if you had a question?
You were writing. A good person knows you don't bother a mage-like person when they're writing stuff.
I would not call myself a mage.
I mean, you got all these spell ingredients, like marked and whatnot.
Yeah. Because that's what I've asked people to try. I don't do magic.
Huh. So what have you tried then? Besides all this stuff that's circled, I'm assuming.
Not much outside what is circled. I'm trying to find the right ingredients to wake up my mom.
Hey, they were also wanting to look at the wasp thingy. Think they can take a look at that? Or at least her and him.
Yeah, she'd like dig around in the top drawer of the desk, and then pull out from the back a little glass case with a clearly modified wasp in the way of it has bits and pieces of some recognizable local species, but then the proportions and the rest of it don't quite make sense. Just from looking at it. Look at all you want. We haven't really found anything other than it's weird.
Do you think anything would jump out at me immediately as strange about this?
Seems odd. Almost like Mother Nature pieced it together like Frankenstein, but there's no marks of stitches. There's no clear joining. It's clearly like hatched like this. But that doesn't make sense. That's weird.
Howlite, anything weird or like interesting?
It's from an unnatural birth. That's my first guess. The infection may not have stemmed from a wasp, but maybe the eggs. As if someone, say, injected a magical serum into a collective of wasp eggs or something along those lines. That's just a theory, of course, but it does seem modified. I can't do much else by just looking at it.
You guys got any more of these things?
We only found the one. There might be more. Anything.
Celsus, do you know any sort of locate spells for creatures or objects?
Not offhand, no.
Yeah. If we had a spell like that, we could try to see if we couldn't locate one via that, maybe.
I'll make your problem easier for you. We know where they are.
I mean, the hives? That's like a horrible
Yes.
idea to go fucking with those, isn't it?
The idea to mess with them? Probably awful. But if you're looking for one, that's where they'll be.
If we could isolate and get a live sample, it might be useful.
That would be far more useful, yes.
Do
I
you
haven't been able
wasps-
to make any alchemical progress, unfortunately. So, I'd say that, yes, a live sample would probably help.
Okay, do wasps go to sleep the same as a bee when you give it smoke? Or do we need something else for that?
I just don't see to what end currently. Might be more trouble than it's worth.
Any other ideas?
Let's see if we can get anything off of the corpse. Celsus will pick up the specimen jar.
It would help me get started on further alchemical testing. If we wish to ascertain some method to put these wasps to sleep, I can check and see if their vitals are the same as a normal wasp.
I want to follow Varry and Howlite. You wander off into the woods. Can you roll me a d20?
Mhm.
You wander for a very, very, very long time, and then eventually you come upon Varry, kind of like trying to push a rock over to set it like upright because it's like kind of an oval shape, and just failing to do so.
Like it rolls back like a few inches, and she's like, just like stomps her foot, and just like starts pushing it back again. Fucking
Stares for a beat.
Sisyphus.
Ari,
Huh?
why are you pushing stones in the woods?
Why are you out in the woods to begin with? If Avari pushes a stone out in the woods and no one else is around to see it, is Avari really struggling to push a rock up a tiny incline?
Yes, because you're still here.
All right, no, that's not what I'm insinuating. You did this to me. I got stage fright.
You didn't know I was here until about a moment ago.
I could feel your essence. I could feel
No,
your
you
aura.
can't.
I can. Howlite.
Alright, what is my essence doing right now?
I can't. You caught me. I'm lying to you. I'm sorry.
No, I was going for a walk to clear my head after the whole Thebound thing.
Oh, did that go well for you guys? You were going to go talk to Asus, right?
Yes, it seems Asus is knee-deep in paperwork and doesn't really have much time to help us. Do I really know what to ask Asus in general? So, I suppose I'm looking for inspiration.
Well, you could sit a while out here and talk about maybe what to do. But listen, I'm going to need your help first, okay?
Sure, what with?
Hang on. Yeah, let me come over to you. Okay, so this little spot here is perfect for a shrine of sorts.
To squitch?
Yes, it's Squidge. Don't ask, just got a feeling that this spot is like the perfect spot. Right?
She just kind of looks around at the enclosed forest with no signs of foot traffic or anything whatsoever and just stares
It's-
thoughtfully.
Super fucking far away. That's the point. It's really far away. It's really out here.
Does Squidge not wish to be observed?
Not particularly.
So
Well, it's more complicated than that. Here, sit down.
why create? They said, why create a shrine if not to spread? I apologize. This might be a little bit beyond my knowledge pool, but aren't shrines normally to spread the word?
Well, yes, but you see, try to keep it a little bit low profile when I'm around here.
I see.
Things are amiss in that town, in the Aetherbound community or whatever, and I'm not gonna go setting up a shrine kind of like right outside the boundaries of town with all of that spooky shit going on, right? Like, nobody knows I'm out here.
Well, I know you're out here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with you knowing that I'm out here. I gave you guys the invitation. Where is everybody else, by the way?
They're back in the Aetherbound camp. I believe that Celsus and Uryte had some spells they wanted to continue crafting. And, yes,
Yeah.
everything just feels very scattered at the moment, I suppose.
Scattered, but with a little bit of refocusing, a little time to keep to ourselves, introspect, maybe start formulating a plan, move forward. That's what this was meant to be for me, but I've been a little distracted myself recently. I can't quite seem to figure out what the shrine's even supposed to look like. I've just been kind of winging it. Behold, she's going to pull out what looks like a beaver dam. Just gonna pull it out from behind like a tree somewhere. I've been building this, like as I said before, trying to keep a little bit of a low profile. So it's purposefully erratic and kind of like hard to make out, but the base symbolism is all still there.
Is supposed to not look like anything at all?
Well, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. Come stand over
Gets
here.
up and starts walking
Stand over
around
here.
it.
Behold, feast your eyes. It looks no different.
Maybe I'm simply not enlightened.
Well, obviously I can't go around building a perfect reconstruction of all of Squidge's symbology around here. Haha, no.
This is supposed to look like Squidge.
Well, symbolically look like Squidge.
Is he made of wood?
No.
Does he perchance bridge gaps over crevasses?
Kinda like that, yeah. In a metaphorical, kind of like rhetorical sense.
I think I see your metaphor. What are these little carvings here?
Those were just there when I got here.
Of course.
I don't know, I think like termites or something made those.
You know what, Varry? I appreciate the effort. I think it's good to do
Do
something.
you, Howlite? Aww. You're too kind to me, honestly.
May I share something with you of distress?
I mean, if you feel comfortable doing so, I'm here to listen.
I had come to the Aetherbound hoping to know more about who I am, and yet here I sit with so many more questions. And the people here, well, nice, are very distracted by their own current issues.
Yeah, Howlite, that's gonna be a pattern. I don't know exactly how life was for you up in the mountains, but kind of everywhere down here that I've been going as well. Like, everywhere I go, it seems like it's just one crisis after another. Kind of have to get used to. Have to really get used to fixing things for people before you really get anything in return. It's just kind of the lifestyle down here.
I just miss the camaraderie. I miss the feeling of some sort of greater movement. The Aetherbound are not what I expected, I suppose. But they are but one people.
Right. You're talking about, like, wanting to be a part of something bigger, like a greater movement. Come over here and help me set up this shrine. Like me and
Right.
Squidge, we're just a small startup, but we're gonna be making it big out there.
They're
can
gonna
see
get
it.
up and they actually just very softly smile and start helping Varry pick up twigs and rocks and stuff. Just kind of
Yep.
amused by this whole thing.
Yep, we got big plans, him and I. Didn't really get too far on our first attempt. We kind of just made it to Lemstead before winter hit, and kind of had to tuck ourselves under a rock for a while. But out on the road again, you know, opportunities have begun showing themselves.
So, are you trying to do something more than just spreading the word?
Well, first things first, I gotta figure a way to get out of here. Like, I don't know. I'm escaping. Basically, when I first escaped the mire, my whole goal was to just get as far away from it as I possibly could. Couldn't get very far, and now I'm going back. Not exactly something I prefer,
I see.
but sometimes you have to bite a bitter root if you want to get to that sweet, sweet carrot.
Carrot?
Something like that. Oh, speaking of vegetables, don't eat these leaves. They're very poisonous.
I know.
All right,
It's a snap fern, Varry.
do it.
How
And
did
she
you
just pushes
harvest
it up
that
against like the
without-
rock.
Hold on. Were you harvesting snap ferns out here alone?
I don't have to worry about a damn thing. I'm impervious. I'm superhuman.
You're not human.
Exactly.
Does not make you superhuman.
I don't know. I certainly feel above humans, and their freaking farms. What do? Grow food.
That is historically what
Man,
farms
I'm
do.
out here growing a god, man. I'm out here growing faith.
Have you
Uh,
ingested one too many snap ferns?
I mean, like I don't have to worry about anything. I can eat whatever the hell I want.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell that to yourself a few nights before. Spice doesn't seem to suit you well.
I think I handled it pretty well, all things considered.
Howlite thinks back to how she doctored the food so it was less spicy.
I probably picked up on it faster than anyone else would. Learn by doing, Howlite.
Well, what do you and Squidge want to accomplish? If you don't mind my asking.
Well, it's more about like kind of what I owe him at this point, really.
Did he do something for you?
Gonna tap like the brace that's on our one arm. It's like, yeah, he got me out of a pretty bad situation.
So you're working out of debt?
Well, yes, but it's also something I want. So it's a out of debt, but it's still a mutual interest.
I see.
Basically, long time ago, Squidge got wronged by someone he thought he could trust, and basically got all of his powers removed. So I'm here trying to help him reclaim what was lost.
It's a very noble goal.
Ah, I'm glad you agree. I think so too.
I want to have one of those.
A noble goal?
Yes.
Finally gonna return that wallet you picked up, huh? I knew you'd see it eventually, Howlite. I'm proud of you.
Do not congratulate me. I've made no such progress. I'm just merely
I beg to
enamored
differ.
with all of these feelings that you portray. I suppose I envy you.
That's a new one I haven't heard before.
You're passionate, you're confident. You have a path set out for you. One that you walk with pride. One that you proudly share to others. Find that admirable.
Alright, but you're not gonna go like talking about Squidge to anyone else like around town around the Aetherbound, right?
If you don't wish for me to do so, then I shan't.
Yes, please. Don't do any of that. Don't tell anyone that we were even out here.
All right.
Except for the others, like Celsus and Uryte.
Are we trusting
You've,
Celsus again?
Howlite
just kinda
was there a point-
smirks.
There was a point when we weren't. Oh, I guess, yeah, there kind of was. Yeah, I guess we're trusting him again.
Your mood changes as the wind. Again, something I could envy.
You wouldn't enjoy it for too long. It's it could get me in a bit of a pickle sometimes. Did I ever tell you why I was thrown out of Lemstead in the first place?
I don't think you did.
Yeah, okay. So it was way back when I first got there. Before I was helping out Cross, I was more of kind of like a wandering healer type. I went around, I sought out people in crisis, I did what I could to help. And that was it, really. I wasn't expecting to be reimbursed for anything that I did. I was just happy to accept any gifts I was given along the way. That's kind of how I was surviving for a while before, the threat of winter loomed overhead and I'd have to get somewhere safe and warm, you know? Kind of tall, poor temperature regulation. Comes with the inheritance. Anyway.
The wallet inheritance? Is this a metaphor?
Nah, same inheritance that's kind of got my whole deal going on up here. She's just kind of like wave around her hair.
Ah,
Different type of inheritance, not wealth-based.
your snake inheritance.
Yeah.
In Serpentis.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yes. I find a relaxing feeling merging words together.
Is that why we're out in the woods?
Yes, the forest woods. The woods. It's like a part of me, I guess. I'm sorry, that must sound very, very weird.
No. Listen, if you're not talking about, like, tasting other people's memories, like, pretty much that's the only thing that really crosses the line with me thus far.
I have attempted to set a boundary before of what is too much and what is too little for me. But what I've learned is that that boundary it's not there because I feel it, it's there because I think I should have one set. You understand?
I think my mind was elsewhere for a moment, but I get the gist.
Essentially, I don't feel anything. I only
Right,
think
but
that
you
I
still-
should.
And you set a boundary kind of based off of what you understand you should be feeling?
Yes.
That's kind of interesting, because you don't really understand much about anything, do you? At least down here outside your little mountain community.
Not really, no.
I can help you out. Listen, I may be as sheltered as a cave mushroom, but I know how things work. Here and there, at least. A little bit. Maybe vaguely. Maybe not at all, but hey, I can help.
I suppose the both of us are sheltered in our own ways.
Yeah, but a lot about what I was taught was about what not to do. And what's going to get someone threatening your life if you do it too much.
My teachings are all in technique, survival, sharing, I suppose.
Do you know how to make twine out of plant fibers?
Yes?
Okay, I need you to help me out with that while we talk. My fingers are too big.
Do you know how to start a fire? If you
scary.
If you wish to make twine, you need to dry the fibers. Otherwise
Oh,
they'll
shit,
rot.
is that what I've been doing wrong? That's why everything I make keeps falling the fuck apart.
Howlite just smiles and is gonna start picking up some twigs.
Oh, you know,
Help
I'm
me find
embarrassed.
some
I
kindling.
really should have known better. Oh yeah, okay, I can help. But anyway, I digress. I was talking about why I got like barred from Lemstead in the first place, and why I needed to go around with this big cloak on, changing my name, talking in a different voice, disguise my face, all that stuff. I don't know really how to describe it. Sometimes I just get a little silly. Okay?
Like you just start making jokes that people don't like?
It's silly in a different way. People definitely don't like it. Okay, so usually I go about my day to day making very cautious moves, planning out things very carefully, choosing the words that I say. Although not all the time, I tend to run my mouth a lot too. But that's not the point. Sometimes one night of me feeling a little bit goofy is all it takes to really knock all that down, everything that I set up, and just kind of fuck everything up for myself.
You have issues with impulse control?
Boom, impulse control. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, sometimes I get a little impulsive. Sun goes down, darkness sets over the land, and I get a little crazy. I get the urge to go and do bad things, and maybe scare somebody for completely no reason.
You get these feelings. What makes you think that they are bad?
Because they usually are antithetical to everything I stand for and all of the things that I carefully set up so that I can later benefit from putting them into motion.
But you feel these things. Does that not make them part of what you stand for?
Sometimes I don't think it's me.
I can relate there.
So you said we needed a fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's like setting up a fire
fire,
pit, basically.
Fire. Okay, fire. This. She picks up little twigs.
And Howlite's gonna take 2 particularly large sticks, make a spit, and start wrapping some plant fiber around it so that it sits slightly above the fire, out of the flames, and basically set it up so that they can dry some plant fibers to turn into twine.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna need a whole lot of this stuff with the shrine.
I find this very meditative. You do realize we could simply purchase some rope?
Ain't the same. I'm setting up a shrine in this spot because it's the perfect spot. I could feel it in my feet. So, might as well gather the twine from this place as well, right?
Very wise. Alright. I have no qualms with it. So, yes, as far as having thoughts, I don't know how to speak to this in a way that you would understand it, because last time you called me what was it? A weed-smoking hippie?
Did I call you that? Holy shit.
Something like that.
I don't remember calling you that. Maybe it wasn't as explicit, but what was it about? Maybe that'll jog my memory.
Coming here.
Oh, I was calling all the other Aetherbound a bunch of tree-hugging hippies.
Looks at Varry, who is
That
currently hugging
likely-
trees out in the woods.
Do not bathe and smell like a graveyard.
Graveyards are such a relaxing smell. Don't you agree?
After spending so long in Lemstead, I can't even anymore. Too many Walking Dead people.
Right, what I was getting to is the only time that I ever feel anything is whenever I'm closer to the elements, particularly the wind. High above in a tree, it's like I get flashes, little bits and pieces of what I'd felt throughout the day, as if my mind is processing them all at once. I can feel a bubbling joy, sheer happiness for the world around and for the earth, the trees, the things that live, and the things that die. But such a feeling is easily snuffed, as to the flame of a candle. I've been trying to determine whether or not that feeling is me.
I try to climb trees sometimes, and I fall out of them.
I can show
Is
you
that
how
kinda like
to
what happens
steady
to you?
yourself. Normally I don't fall. And then Howlite for a moment frowns, unless the tree is illusory. But normally I don't fall.
All right, one thing at a time. Let's get this. Ooh, okay. I've already got something going over here. I say.
Yes, come closer. Do you see this spit here? We're going to wrap the twine around it and slowly turn it so that it does not catch a fire. Once it dries, it'll hold much closer to the twig itself. And then we can peel it off, twist it together, and we'll have twine.
Okay. Yeah, I think I caught all that.
It might be easier for you to learn by doing.
Okay. So you get the fibers, right?
Yes.
And you make a little thing. It's just gonna catch fire though.
That's why we turn it.
Ah.
You
So
want
it
to get
forgets
all
about the flames, so it doesn't burn.
Grass has a very short memory.
Thankfully, grass has seen all of my crimes. But grass can also cannot fib. So
Dead grass tells no tales.
I mean, aside from what you can ascertain by looking at it and seeing it's dead grass, like grass has got to die from something, right?
It doesn't tell you that, though. You tell you that.
I do tell me that.
Just like the woods.
And just like the spot spoke to me, it said, "Hey, build that gosh dang dark totem here."
Would you like to try to experiment with me and your dream space again tonight? I'd very much like to speak to this squidge.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was trying with the whole shrine thing, but I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's alright. Yeah, we should have enough materials that we can fix it up and make it look all nice and clean for him tonight.
Right. Hey, you said like that those like ferns over there are like deadly, right?
Snap ferns, yes, they have a heavy level of a paralytic in them.
Right,
Hunters
snap
know
ferns.
to avoid hunting wolves too far, for some are smart enough to lead them into a patch, trap them, and use it as a, well, getaway.
We've got other things going around here as well. Probably because we're getting closer and closer to the mire, plants are starting to get a little spicy,
Yes,
starting to get a little angry, a little hateful. A little hate in the little plant green hearts.
it was the one you said was filled with a poison, deadly. I remember.
Waxy something.
And
that's not until we get like further into the mire.
And you eat those?
Ah, yeah. Keep the bugs off of me.
See. That must also be part of your serpent.
In serpentance.
Your inserpentance. I'd forgotten the word for a second.
All right. After we finish doing this, maybe we do some experimenting. Maybe do you have like I don't know, like a kettle on you? I could get some water. We could boil one of those ferns in there, drink it, see what happens.
Oh, that's gonna start pulling out parts of their alchemy kit. I'm not sure what boiling them would do. I believe you dilute the paralytic.
Uh-huh.
But we could theoretically use them to make a very tasty fried dinner.
Oh shoot. Is this what I've been missing out on with vegetables this whole time?
Howlite just smiles. I have a lot to teach you, it seems.
Alright, yeah. It's time to cook.
Oh, we should probably go talk to that. What was her name? Sarah or whatever. She'll probably have some ideas.
Yes.
And we might be able to.
Druid.
Yeah, we could probably also, like, maybe. Because druids are, like, really good with nature shit, right? That shit is kind of like a poison, yeah?
The wasp venom, I would classify it as that.
Yeah, so freaking. Maybe we can get her to help with that somehow. Maybe also tell us, like, where the.
Alexandria, does she have something for that?
Huh?
Does she have something useful against poisons in her repertoire?
I think so.
Lovely.
Does Alexandria know where, like, the wasps are then? Because, like, thinking on it now, do wasps even fall asleep with smoke? I think that's a no, right?
I don't believe so. I believe that is just bees.
Wouldn't that just piss them
Bees
off?
don't fall asleep with smoke.
Oh, what happens with that?
Smoke inhibits their communication And bees get really docile when they can't communicate with each other and prohibits them from being swarmed. But wasps are super aggressive.
Huh.
So they probably still just get you.
So that would mean that there's probably no wasps in the freaking hives then, because aren't they like constantly?
Probably not.
That would make sense in theory.
Okay, so if we're gonna start looking, for starters, we'll probably want the others. But for seconds, we should also go and get this Sarah lady to possibly be on board then. If she's got something that can help with poison.
That is true. Alexandria has her information, but not her skills.
Nope. I can just swing a sword.
I mean, that's kind of better than what I can do right now.
You can talk to people.
Oh, yeah, but like,
People think I'm weird. I come out of a book.
I think that's interesting, but then again, looks left, looks right, make sure no one is like close like enough to hear him. I am kind of a dragon after all, you know.
Yeah, you're really cool.
And fucked up. But we'll fix that later. It's in the process. And which way was Sarah again?
Over here. That way.
Oh god, at least one of us remembers.
I have her schedule memorized.
My word.
I don't think I can forget it. It's kind of written on me.
Celsus, where can
That is
I
true.
get an Alexandria?
I can make you
I'm
one. If you
one of a
really
kind.
wish.
Hey,
It would not be Alexandria, obviously.
Obviously not her, but I mean, like, do you know how useful it would be to have someone that, like, could help with scheduling and all that stuff? Ugh, God, it is.
You want someone to help with You're just asking for an assistant.
An assistant that won't get upset over some of the silliest of things, like, it's a time, and I could talk about that later.
Well, at that point, you're not asking for what Alexandria is. You're just looking for the right person.
I haven't found the right person. Well, okay, but see, they'd also have to, like, live a while, you know, because ages and whatnot. I don't have to, like, or at least be willing to help train someone new. All the others hated it. So are we there yet?
you can be there. He would answer after a long moment of waiting. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
So
What can I do you for?
we're trying to do some, like, planning and prepping for, you know, when we go and try to find some of these, like, wasp things and whatnot. Living ones to, like, do experiments to see if we can fix. You have ways to help with poison and whatnot, I assume, yes?
I have protection from poison.
When we go out to do all these, like, things and try to capture a live specimen or two, would you be willing to come with us and help out a little with that?
I could cast it.
How long does
I
it
don't-
last?
It lasts an hour.
We'd have an hour to go and find a place where the wasps are, and okay. Second question, do you know where any possible, like, areas to look are for these things?
No. I really
That's
don't.
fair. Thought you might, since I figured you'd been here when the one was found.
I was, but that was just the only one we ever found.
I mean, the only other thing I could think of, Celsus, is maybe seeing, like, experimenting on a single bee, but
That could be done.
you know, like, getting a single bee, seeing if, like, it has any similarities to the dead carcass of the wasp that Howlite's looking at.
That would be useful.
Got any other things you want to ask her? Because I am completely blanking. You're the brains guy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably come to you then when we start looking for the wasp things.
All right.
Expect us back.
Yeah. Any sort of, like, recommendations or, like,
My recommendation would be don't. But here we are.
yeah. But I mean, if we can
There aren't
fix,
exactly many options.
yeah, if we can fix the problem, I mean, the problem gets fixed. And I mean, like, the only other thing we could try doing is trying to go find trolls to the north within, what was it, 3 or 4 days travel, she said? but I mean, that also doesn't seem like a great idea.
It seems like that would be far more trouble than it's worth.
Right?
Because at that point, what? It would be creating an antidote for people, but it wouldn't be solving the root of the problem, which means eventually they would just run out.
Yeah. Unless, of course, we somehow was able to make that a solution that we could use on the bees, in which case, still a temporary solution because the wasp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I still haven't tried contacting Ava back because she said give her like a day or so, and it's barely
Has
been
it
like a
not
day.
been a day?
It's barely been a day.
You're at like a day and 2/3.
I mean, like I could contact her, but
I see no reason why you shouldn't.
all right. Let's see, 25 words or less. Let's see. Dead wasp looks abnormal. Spell components possibly mitigate effects of poisons. Investigated. Roll blood maybe. Ideas how to find infectious wasps. Appreciate you. Do do do.
Did you really have to add that last part?
Yes. Listen, the OCD would have bothered me.
Hmm.
I would say after maybe 5-10 minutes, you get a response from what would you know about wasps? Cold weather? Have you considered moving the town? That's all you get.
I mean, she does have a point, but like,
Moving the town.
don't they already do that already?
I'm starting to lose any respect that I have for Ava's intelligence.
She might be
Slowly.
like tired. She probably stayed up all night. Got it. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And again to the Miss Ava. Wasps cause of the bee problems asked about. They need the bees. Can't move yet. Any ideas on components for mitigation? You're amazing, Ava. Dude.
It would respond a little bit quicker. Ingredients? Unsure. How do the wasps do that? Weather should be getting cold soon, so maybe they'll sleep.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a good point on that. It's getting cold soon, so they might sleep. But then so will the bees.
Does that mean we would have to stay here longer? Well, I suppose we'll have to stay here longer either way, considering the winter with...
Yeah, with the snake people. And they, are all kind of clumping up in that place, so we'd have to wait till spring or go somewhere else and come back. But, yeah. Like I said, Celsus, helping people, always good.
I wouldn't say always.
Okay, well, helping the right people is good.
That's a more accurate statement.
And these are the right people. Also, they need help.
Yes, I suppose.
Plus, helping them can help us in the long run. They do have information on that place and whatnot, and can help prepare for it as well. Alright, I got it. Good evening! Wasps infected queen, weird hive mind shenanigans, making bees and people infectious. Wasp was dead near hive after infection, probably. And good night.
Well, at least you finally greeted her.
And said good night.
Yes, you didn't have to add in any trumpet imitations.
I mean, I can imitate a trumpet better if you want.
That's unnecessary.
Alright.
You would wait and wait and wait a little longer, but Ava would not respond.
Oh, no response back on that one.
Lovely.
Damn.
No response probably means nothing. Alright, well, thank you again, Miss Sarah. Nice seeing you again.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Alexandria go to?
I think she's playing with my daughter.
That is adorable.
Celsus would find Alexandria.
Alexandria would just, be playing with the 7-year-old.
Good. Hopefully no one else like nearby can hear us there walking and whatnot. So I had a dumb idea. It's a risky idea. I could use that cursed object. The future telling quill.
Yes.
I would just have to make sure that once I use it, I don't use it for an extended period of time so I don't become addicted.
That is an option.
I'm already fucked up, so it doesn't matter if I get more fucked up. The worst it can do is just progress it, make my curse worse or something, which that's fine. And if y'all getting fucked up, I would hate that.
Ready for Celsus to be a terrible person?
Oh my god. You're not gonna say make someone else use it, are you?
No, that's what I was going to say. It makes the most sense. Even if they were to get addicted to using it, we would leave and they would never have a chance to use it again.
Celsus.
I wasn't suggesting we would do it. I was saying that that would be the most efficient way to do it.
Wait, wouldn't the most efficient way to do it is to make Alexandria use it? Because it might not affect her?
No.
Okay.
I'm confident that physical ailments would not be a problem to cure easily. Magical ones, however, I'm less sure of.
Well, it's gonna stay hidden and in that box.
Good.
For now. What if there's a way to, like, remove the curse to where you could just use it? But at the same time...
Theoretically, for someone powerful.
But at the same time, is that me thinking that, or is that, like, some sort of curse, like, leaking through the, the thick lead box, you know? Or am I
I understand
really just...
what you mean. It is technically possible that that is the case. Heavily unlikely,
very...
but technically possible.
Yeah. It's also completely possible that, like, I don't know, my curse is just getting all sorts of fucky-wucky. The line between things is very thin, isn't it, my friend?
Yes, yes it is.
So are we gonna, like, go find them now, or are we gonna just wait in town for...
Getting supplies is likely best for when they come back, in case they have anything to add.
You wanted to know what we were doing next?
Yeah, I do want to know what you're doing next.
Well, we're pretty far out there. We'd probably be wandering back high and not realize that we have to sneak back in, and we're probably going to get caught by the guards.
Did we actually smoke plant?
Okay, how about we do, to determine what happens, how about we actually do like a fucking constitution roll or something?
Yeah, can you roll constitution
I
save?
just wanted to make
Tali
tea
wants
out of
to
the
just-
fun things, which you neutralize the poison like in a
Yeah,
nettle by cooking them, so
exactly.
it should be fine. Nothing will go weird unless Varry puts a snake twig in there.
It's not my choice.
Roll
It's up to Cat.
survival. Can we have Savari roll survival to see if she fucked it up?
Fucking roll survival
Yeah,
to make sure.
Varry roll
See?
survival.
I'll roll
'Cause none of
perception to
us
see if I
really
catch Varry
knew.
fucking it up. How about that?
None of us
Ow!
really knew what would happen if we boiled it out, and like, if we got rid of the poison, if it would still like.
No, I
Fuck with our brains?
100% knew what would happen. Hell, I was describing it as they knew what would happen.
Okay, you want me to do survival?
Oh
Tali.
my god, we're not dying.
Varry doesn't fuck it up. The tea does feel a little tingly,
Mm-hmm.
Tingle tea.
but you're not high.
Oh, am I high? Is this what it's like?
It's not supposed to make you high, Varry.
What's the point of tea?
Calming your nerves.
Yeah, that's what I was after, but this isn't really doing that. Maybe tea's just not for me.
If you want me to make you high, I can show you something else that'll do that.
Ooh. You see, this is just like back in the good days with the boys, you know?
No, I do not know.
Out in the woods, out in the mire, ingesting random plants, giving yourself brain damage.
Is that what the sisterhood does? You just walk around eating things until one of you falls over dead.
That was just me and the boys.
Who are the boys?
Listen. I'm not like this was back way back when. This was like before I was even in proper training. You see. and basically just looking for cures of the horrible, crushing boredom. So you said that you had like a method?
For...
Calming down, mellowing out, so to speak.
Oh, well, if you seek a medicinal method to that, then I suppose I do.
Yeah, okay, you got something? Because I'm going to be level with you. I'm, like, freaking out 24/7.
Alright, Kat, we're asking the question. It's been a solid 20 sessions of mists. I'm asking the question. Can I go forage for weed for Varry?
Yes! Yes!
Roll me survival.
My homie! Hell yeah!
Ugh, this is why we become a blood hunter. To get the snake high.
You find some herbs that you know, when done improperly, have a weird effect on people. Nothing that you know of that would get someone quote unquote high.
Okay.
But this could also, if you do those herbs improperly, trying to get very high, it could fuck her up, and she could have a bad trip.
Yes. That sounds like my kind of RP.
Bad trip.
What if I take a little bit of some alchemy stuff and I try and dilute the bad trip juice out?
But still keep the trip?
Yeah, but take out the bad.
Do you have an alchemy, like, roll? Can you roll that at disadvantage?
Yeah, sure, you don't want me to win, but I'm gonna win anyway. Let's go.
God damn.
This is what
You
Howlite's good at.
think you get the bad trip juice out, but the only way to test is by trying it.
Alright. How would you prefer to ingest this? A drink?
Here, give it here. She's going to take the wrong one.
Sorry, that's... Oh my.
Alright, can you roll a constitution save? It doesn't hit you at first. And you're like, okay, yeah, no, I'm fine. I got this, I'm fine.
Okay, now the other one.
Sorry, you just ingested poison.
I said it doesn't do...
Yeah, and then it hits you. And then Howlite's face starts melting off of her skull.
This will neutralize it and make it keel out even. Ingest this.
She does hand her
I
the other
can't-
half.
What are you saying? It just sounds like...
I'm gonna grab Varry's mouth and shove the vial down, and then just pour it in and then take it out.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, she's gonna try to heal you.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Gotta put your skull back on. Yeah, I cast Hold Person on Howlite while she tries to help
Oh
me.
boy.
Okay,
Wisdom save.
So DC 11 Wisdom save. Is it
wisdom.
11?
I don't know why it says 11.
Yeah, that messed up for some reason.
Well, I'm held.
Yep.
Howlite,
With the
you're
vial
panicking. You're
partially
panicking.
down your throat.
Sorry.
You're
You
panicking.
can't, I
Stay
don't
stay
think you
still.
can speak in hold person.
Why wouldn't you be able to speak?
I think you can.
I think you can speak. It's just that you can't move, right? The fuck is that?
You're incapacitated when you're
Oh, then
paralyzed.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't move.
Are you
or
still
speak
Person
cognizant?
because
should
you're
be
automatically.
stun person. What the fuck?
That's a bit
It's a
weird.
weird name. Okay, anyway, yeah.
That's okay. You're still cognizant, and Varya's gonna go around. She's like, "It's okay. Howlite, calm down. Calm down. I know you might be in a lot of pain right now, but we could fix you. Hang on. I got just the thing. Hold still. Yes, right there. Okay." She's gonna go around. She's gonna gather the leaves, and she's gonna start sticking them on your face. Good as new. I hope. Fuck, the others are gonna be so pissed when they learn that your face melted off. Why aren't you saying anything to me? Was it something I did? Do you hate me now? Like, I could just go if you hate me.
How long does hold person last?
Like a minute, I think.
Oh god.
Right? Yeah, up to a minute, but I might drop concentration because I'm freaking out.
You are freaking out. Can you give me a concentration check? It's a con save.
Con save, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you drop concentration.
Like, you just fall to the ground, like, leaves all over your face and mouth.
Okay,
Like,
I fall
oh my
down.
god. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Was it me? Did I melt your face off?
My face has not melted, Varry. You are experiencing bad side effects because you drank the wrong potion.
I'm gonna roll real quick to see if she's understanding any of the words coming out of your mouth. Okay. How do I fix this? Is this permanent? Is this just me now?
You're fine. It will pass from your system eventually. If you want to stabilize it, drink the other half.
Other half. Which one?
This one, Varry.
Oh, there's like 50 vials. There's like 50
Then
of them. Which one do I
hold
pick?
still. Open your mouth. Now swallow.
There's bugs going in it. I like bugs though. Nom nom nom.
Jesus Christ. I pour the bugs into your throat.
Sorry, they feel wiggly.
She's gonna like spit some of it back up. Ugh.
Now wait for it to stabilize. You're still going to feel weird. But you'll feel less weird and you'll be able to get through it with a calm mind.
Okay. Now that I'm kind of assessing the situation and really watching like your face melt off your skull, I realize it's kind of cool looking. I think I actually prefer you this way. No hard feelings.
Without a face.
You still got like a scary looking kind of like skull underneath. Kind of look like something me and the boys saw back in the day, back in the mire.
Did you see skeletons often though?
I mean, yeah.
How are you feeling now?
Comparatively, I feel great. I feel calm. Things are still kind of moving on their own around me, but I think I don't really remember how I was before, but I think this is an improvement generally.
All right. Why don't you sit down and describe to me something that you can see?
Okay. I see you. Minus face.
Yes.
It's kind of weird, or maybe that is your face. Maybe it's always been your face. I see the sky. I see rocks. Rocks here, rocks there. There's some kind of mantis creature.
Mantis creature?
Yeah, that's Jerome. Jerome has always been there. Jerome's cool.
Of course.
Isn't that right, Jerome? Hey, quit it, Jerome. Okay? Not cool. Sorry, Jerome just decapitated you and ate your head.
Right.
He doesn't get what he's doing. You'll forgive him eventually, right?
I'll get my head back, I'm sure.
Okay. I think we should head back to town.
That is the last thing we should do.
Why? I want to take advantage of this. This is the best I've felt in a while.
If you say so, but I'm going to hold you back if you start trying to attack anyone.
No, I would never. Unless they attack me first.
Howlite's gonna roll their eyes, but because Varry can't see Howlite's face right now, it does not. It comes off as like eyeballs rolling out of the skull.
She's gonna bend down. Pick something up that you can't see. Drop these. Actually, here, let me just take care of that for you. She's gonna poke your eyes.
Okay.
Ow.
See? This is what friends do. We help each other in times of need, like when your head is falling apart into a billion little pieces. Howlite?
Yes, Varry.
Why is purple?
Come, let's go see Celsus. I think he will know the answer.
Oh, yeah, he knows lots of things, right?
Yes, like
He knows everything.
maybe how to get this to stop.
Howlite's gonna head into town to find
You know what, Howlite?
Celsus.
Yeah, let me come with you. I don't think I ever want this to stop. This is great. As soon as I was enjoying it, it's stopping now. Okay, there's the existential dread coming back. All right.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
I hate it here.
You want me to go get more?
Yes. Yes.
Sad little crybaby wants more existential dread.
You notice, like, as we were walking back, she's still kind of looking at things off, like a kid in a candy store. You're worried she's going to start putting things in her mouth, so you decide to keep an eye on her.
She's gonna start eating things, hoping they send her on another trip.
Yeah, because that's what she thinks tea is.
Alright, so you head back into town.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not hard to find Celsus and Uryte. They're just kind of hanging out. Alexandra is eating a book.
Good for her.
Yum yum.
As they approach, Howlite's gonna spot Celsus and, just say nonchalantly, "Well, here you are, the man most acquainted with the color purple and all of its intricacies."
All right. I got a few
Celsus
questions for
just-
this guy.
Celsus just kind of look. Oh, what am I being dragged into this time?
Okay, Celsus. Okay, I seriously need to know, where does it come from? Like, I get it. Green comes from the ground. They both start with G. It's like grass, green grass, right? But purple doesn't come from anywhere. Like, I've never seen purple except for when I see it in nature.
That's where everything comes from. Nature.
Nuh-uh, Celsus.
Anyway, you want to know where the color purple comes from?
Yeah, who made it?
The gods.
Well,
Like
clearly,
everything else.
clearly the gods, but which god?
The god of purple.
Maybe one day you'll be able to cast the legendary spell Wish, and you'll be able to
Hey.
ask one yourself.
Hang on. Squidge.
Yo, bro, which
Wake
god
up,
made purple?
wakey. Seriously,
Morning, Varry.
Hey, you make purple?
What?
I've been dying to know.
Did I make purple?
While they're
Yeah, like,
talking,
you're real
Howlite's
old.
gonna sneak over to Celsus and just whisper to him,
No.
Varry went on a bad trip and was hypothesizing on, as you know, the secrets of the universe.
Ah.
All right,
But
do you
Varry,
know?
I did
Do you
not.
know who did?
She drank
I
the
don't
wrong
know
vial.
who
It was
did.
basically a poison.
Well, there goes doing anything productive with her for the rest of the day.
Oh, come on! I can hear you guys over there.
No, you can't.
What exactly did you get up to while we were gone, huh?
We planned to find some of the wasps.
All right, give it to me. What's this you got here? A shopping list?
There is a list. Yes.
Let me see. All right, but what is this? What's it for? Troll blood?
Container for wasp.
Container for wasp. Okay,
Yeah.
that's straightforward.
Was there even anything else we really needed besides that and getting Sarah to cast protection from poison on one of us?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it might have just been that.
Literally just like jar for
Uh-huh.
containing wasp and Sarah casts protection from poison.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is your plan. You get a jar and you put the wasp in it.
Not in such words.
Damn. Okay, you really do need us, huh?
I mean, hey, you should have seen what Ava was saying whenever I was trying to do magic and talk to her.
My word. She could have at least responded to the last one, but no.
I think, like, you know, maybe she was doing some research, or maybe she just didn't feel like responding.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And how
maybe,
did your talk with Asus go?
Well, we got the dead specimen.
Ooh, gimme. I was getting hungry.
No.
I am just kidding.
Also, another thought we had was
Hard to tell.
after 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 Howlite, you know, does a little bit of investigating on that thing, maybe capturing
Uh-huh.
a bee and seeing if
A
it looks
bee?
kind of fucked up like it.
Yes.
Like any sort of mutations or something happen.
First, I hear you guys want to put a wasp in the jar. Now you're going to put a bee in there too. Bees and wasps living together.
That's not the plan. Also, the
What's this community coming
intention
to, man?
comes to mind of studying the composition of this corpse and possibly a live specimen. I do believe that is still a very viable plan.
And that's why we went and asked Sarah if she could, like, poison protect us.
All right, but clearly what we're getting at here is we're still pretty clueless about the whole
Pardon
situation.
me, but poison protection won't do anything.
Yeah, it was a disease, right?
Varry has protection from poison and still got infected.
Even the people around here don't even know what's going on. All right, guys, come with me. We gotta go talk. We need to start looking at the bigger picture here, I think.
I don't think I'm going to be able to take anything she says seriously. I know for certain that she's not high on a strange substance.
You talking to me?
Yes,
Well, you haven't heard what I have yet to say. So,
that's true.
how about you just withhold your judgment until I've gotten my words out?
Fair enough. Continue.
Okay, as I was saying, there's a bigger picture going on here. From what we've been able to ascertain is that these infectors, these wasps, the specimen, had to get to the hive somehow in order to infect them, have this disease take root in their little bee communities. What I don't get is why isn't the focus on where did these things even come from in the first place? This was obviously a controlled attack against this community. They would have had to have been released by somebody in the vicinity, if not somebody still in the community. If they were the ones orchestrating this whole thing, whoever this person may be, who is using this disease as a weapon, then they must have some sort of countermeasure against it in case it goes wrong, in case it spreads further than they intended. So maybe the question is not how we can come up with a solution, but how we could track down the person who caused all of this and try to force a solution out of them in whatever ways we see fit. Something stinks in this town. You can smell it since we got here. Something about how it's being run. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me.
It doesn't have a leader, technically.
Right.
Well, it does have a stand-in. It's a stand-in who wishes not to be the leader.
You may be wondering why I decided to take the action of skipping the little conversation with Asus. Truth is, I'm not quite sure how much we can depend on her. Whether she has a larger role in this whole sort of infection being spread, or if there's just some bizarre inner politics that I honestly still don't want to get myself wrapped up in. I'm not exactly interested in continuing with whatever she has orchestrated for you, all these little errands she has you running. It all feels like distractions just for a band-aid solution.
Are you guys using that term again?
Bandage solution.
I don't believe she wanted us to do anything.
If I may, her mother is currently under the effects of these wasps. She would not have a reason to want to do that, from what I've gathered. Well, I don't think she's particularly versed on the situation. I don't think we should consider her any less of an ally.
I still can't shake the feeling that there's something going on here. You said that you were, visiting Sarah?
Yes.
Was it her idea to use the protection from poison spell?
No, that was us.
Okay, well, that's not going to work. From what I can gather, if you could think about it, they've likely already tried it. We're in a community of druids, naturalists.
Sarah didn't mention trying it before.
Oh.
Actually, Alexandria, has she tried it before?
Yes.
Exactly.
Mediocre results.
Mediocre how?
It didn't not
Just
help.
slow it down?
Yeah, I just kind of slowed it down.
Acidic's effect, that is somewhat useful.
That is somewhat useful, I'll agree. There's still something that I would like to maybe look into more. A lead of sorts. We know that the incident that led to Vega being put into her current condition was them attempting to speak to these infectors. But was it the infectors or was it the bees? Which one was it? Alexandria?
Sorry, what was the question? I wasn't paying attention to your voice.
Which creature... I don't blame you. Which creature was Vega trying to make contact with speak with animals? Was it the bees or was it these wasp critters?
Bees.
The bees. Okay. Bees.
I can say bees in a lot of funny ways.
So,
Bees.
what happened there?
Sure you can.
What exactly
Bees
happened
seem
there?
to
Why
be
did
hostile and swarm her, and
Mhm.
that stung a lot.
So this was before they were taking any proper precautions?
Or they were taking
Buzzers?
major precautions. She was wearing protective gear, from what I know,
Buzzers.
but
See, that's what I was saying. Protective gear doesn't do shit.
Beebs.
It's all a conspiracy.
Beebs?
well, when your protective clothing gets ripped by the bees,
Bess.
Right. But you're guarding against the bees, and the bees are just gonna get it anyway. What's the point?
Beeps?
the bees didn't get in because they were. Also, Alexander goes back into the book.
No, you just gave her a task. It was an interesting one.
Hey, Howlite.
Yes?
Hey, you should start trying to combine bees with different words.
Like
In
bees
random
and
conversation.
just why randomly?
Yeah, whatever feels natural to you, really.
Beekeeper.
I think you should just try to sneak like beeper.
Beeper.
Right.
Bee woods. Woods?
Woods.
We.
So much fun.
I don't mean to detract from your conversation. I merely found it amusing. Buzz.
She's really checking the deep notes, huh?
Liz.
Yes, she is.
Like bee people. People.
She'd pop back out.
Ah, person.
What?
Sorry, you surprised me. I thought this was supposed to fix that. Whatever. Maybe just wearing off finally.
What did you ask?
Oh yeah, I was saying that it's all a sham and that they don't actually do shit.
They do. They do, though.
They don't do though. Everyone that I've seen has gotten infected,
Being dumb.
which is like one person who was wearing the beekeeper outfit. Doesn't work. Doesn't keep you from getting sick. So what's the point? I'm sick of this.
Varry
Goddamn
being
mask.
an
Can you
anti-vaxxer.
listen to the encyclopedia, please?
Okay.
They work.
Oh, they do work.
God.
Alexandria starts crying.
Wait,
Just like the
hang on.
two-frame animation of just Howlite like
What are you
patting
doing?
Alexandra's shoulder while Celsus is like shaking his head in his hands.
I can't keep doing this, man. I need help.
Please? Let's be, please.
What?
You don't have to listen to that.
Here,
Alexandria.
no, don't cry. It's okay.
This makes my brain hurt.
Here, Celsus takes out a small little short story and goes, your favorite.
Yeah, it serves you right.
You would just start ignoring Varry and start
Fucking-
reading through the book, and as she finished a page, like front and back, she would then
Fucking
tear the
weirdo.
page out and eat it.
If we tore a page out of a book and then we brewed it like tea, is that like tea for book people?
Did you know that books are made out of plants, Varry?
Howlite. And if we call the book people beeple, how do we differentiate them from bee people?
I'm not a people.
I believe that while I took her demeanor to be standard, that Howlite is also the influence of something.
I'm not.
Dude, you guys are under the influence of all the fucking lies, the deceit,
Unless
the
you
trickery,
count the influence of
distractions.
Varry's dogma, in which case maybe.
I'm gonna want to see all
I
of you
am
out in the
counting
woods
that.
tomorrow. Capiche?
That's a very inefficient way to try and set up a meeting, Varry.
You'll know what. Just look for the forks.
It's either a meeting or a murder.
Whenever you're ready, Celsus, is the time. I'll be probably out there setting my stuff up. Just come out there and find me.
I
Do your thing.
suppose I can do that for you, Varry.
Hey, you know what? Thank you, Howlite. You were able to find me pretty quickly, like earlier.
I would not call that quick.
Very well.
With how far I was out, yeah. I mean, finding me at all that counts for something. Anyway, I'll be sure to set more signs for you guys to follow. Just follow the direction the forks are pointing.
I think
I'll
I'll
take you straight
prefer
to
to
you.
follow the scent. You have a very
Oh, come on.
distinguishable smell.
I'm not that stinky.
Everyone is stinky, Varry.
All right, yeah, but
Powers
comparatively,
don't exist, Varry.
comparatively. Please, I'm holding onto a thread here.
No, there's nothing in your hands.
You're right, they're empty. I've got nothing. I've got nothing but you chuckle fucks. So, oh,
Chuckle.
speaking of which,
Is that like... What words are you combining there?
chuckle and fuck.
So we laugh at the concept of coitus. I can't deny that, I
mean-
suppose.
I guess it's funny if you really want to break the word down to its roots.
Like people.
By
There
all
be
means, knock
people.
yourself out. People, be people,
People.
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 Varry's going to turn to the others. People, people. Boys. Anyway, I still need to talk to you two. We have important stuff to discuss, you and
I
I.
think I'm going to escape to the woods.
Okay, you know what? Go
I
right
do
ahead.
need to
You take
grab
care.
a few reagents for tomorrow's experiments regarding this hornet or wasp.
Yeah.
Do come
bee
by
agents.
later, though, Varry. I rather enjoyed our conversations. Maybe I can find something good to brew you, and you can try a new tea.
Regents, beagents, bee agents, bee agents, secret agent bees,
People.
people. So, Celsus.
Are you finally talking to me again?
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention roughly 7 minutes ago.
Really? Really? Oh, that's because, right, I forgot that you think that you have me, like, quote unquote, all figured out of sorts, right?
I've figured out just enough about you.
Oh, so now
To
we're
know
now we're
when I have to pay
backpedaling.
attention
Okay,
to
yeah.
you.
You know what? Go ahead. This is your chance. Go ahead, backpedal. Downplay yourself, Celsus. Go ahead.
I'm waiting for you to continue. You said my name.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Honestly, if you really think you know me that well, let's put that to the test.
I didn't say I know you well. I said I know you well enough.
Well enough to, I guess, have figured some things out about me, if that's what you're insinuating. If not, this is your chance to correct yourself. Things about me, things about my past, things about my plans for the future, things about my intentions.
Things about your personality. Things that roughly anyone would grasp from a short conversation with you.
All right, hit me with some of them then. Go on.
You're extremely paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, when you get high on a substance, you start to wonder about the origin of purple, and then put the letter B in things.
Uh-huh. Okay, and now if I if I recall something, Celsus, you made this claim earlier this morning before I got high. Was it really all that you had surmised? Was just I'm paranoid.
That's not all that I've surmised.
Okay, we can fill in the rest later. It'll give you more of a chance to think your way out of this. Okay, buddy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Uryte.
Good
That must have
talk.
been really awkward for you to sit there and watch me absolutely destroying this man. Me absolutely tearing him down to his core essentials and exposing all of his ways and all of his bullshit.
He's just been sharpening a dagger this entire time. Occasionally doing mending on his little orb.
But after listen, we'll have some important things to do once I get everything that I need to get set up. And tomorrow evening, you and I can continue this little conversation, Celsus, because I figured some things out about you.
Oh, really?
Nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Alright.
just a few little things that perhaps you've already picked up on that I've realized about you. But yeah, let's make it a night. Why don't we?
Don't see much of a reason to.
Bleh. You're no fun.
Perhaps when we are not dealing with a bee problem. How's about that?
Oof, you really need
I'll
that much more
compromise.
time to figure out the rest of me, huh? Yeesh. You really
Yes,
can't hold up to your
Varry.
own claims, can you?
Yes, Varry, I do in fact need that much time, but not to surmise more, simply to mentally prepare myself.
Or this is just because you want to figure out the best way to backpedal and then apologize for making such a ridiculous claim. Or maybe from the beginning, this was all a thing where you could get me into a situation where you could ask me certain questions about my past that you would be able to either confirm or deconfirm certain things by preying upon my pride by making such a claim.
Remember when I said you were paranoid?
Am I accurate?
No, you're paranoid.
Fuck. Damn it. Shit, this guy's got me figured out. Good luck hunting down trolls or whatever.